Okay, I'm recording. This is Mr. Bing. It is December 18th, 2020 at 9:44 a.m. Second block, Introduction to Engineering Design. And on this particular assignment, this is the 3D Tetris Puzzle Cube assignment number 2. We call it PC2. And what I've already made here, and you can probably see a purple part and a red part, and then what looks like a multi-view of little tiny green part. And so I'm going to make the yellow part. Where's the yellow part? I'm going to make this bigger. I don't know how much you can see here, but I am recording, so I hope something's happening. Okay, so I'm going to make the yellow part. This is my puzzle cube, my prototype. This is the same thing. This puzzle cube is just oriented front or back or bottom, so I can see the part that I'm dealing with. And I'm trying to make the yellow, which looks like it's a, what is that, like an L shape, if you can imagine, laying down on the bottom with a little thing sticking up out of it. Looks like an L shape. And then from the bottom view, yeah, that confirms for me. I think it's an L shape with a little thing sticking out of it. So I'm going to do an L shape. And so I'm going to create what they call a document. In Autodesk Fusion 360 and an Autodesk Inventor, I think they call it a part file. On Onshape, free, online, works on any device. Onshape, they call it a document. So let me see. I'm going to call this 3D Tetris puzzle. Is Tetris like a trademark registered name? Am I violating a trademark by saying Tetris? I hope I'm not. I hope I'm not. So anyway, 3D Tetris puzzle cube, and I'm going to put yellow part, I guess, and then my initials, WBM. Use your initials, not my initials. Walter Bing Marshallek. My name is actually Walter Anthony Marshallek, but I go by Bing, so there you go. And let me see here. It's swirling and opening. Bowden's back. I think Bowden got kicked out. I got kicked out on my own Zoom earlier. So anyway, I'm making that yellow part. I'm going to sketch. Look at this. Sketch on the front. Nothing happened. Oh, yes. Sketch on the front. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to make my view look like that. I'm going to make a box, I guess, right? This is going to be, let me see, what's it going to be? It's going to be this yellow piece, which is sort of, I'm looking at it sideways. Let me see here. Whoops. I'm looking at, okay, it looks at L shape laying down with a thing sticking out of it. And the way that I'm going to draw this, I know you might think this doesn't make sense, but the way that what's happening? The way that I'm going to draw this 2.25, because I know it's three wooden cubes across, and each one is 0.75 inches. So there's 3 of them. 0.75 times 3 is 2.25. And then it's going to be 1 cube tall. I don't know if you can visualize what I'm talking about here. It's going to be 3 blocks wide and 1 cube tall, and then this is really hard to visualize. Even I'm having trouble visualizing it. So it's this thing, but I've got it. Let me see. I've got it spun around because there's a certain view that I want it to be in. So anyway, what am I doing? 0.75. Okay. So, and then I'm going to make another thing here. Am I making a rectangle again? I'm going to make this, and then I'm going to make this because it's just, whoops. Well, why is nothing happening? 0.75, enter 0.75, because it's another one of those little wooden blocks. And I actually, let me see, I want to delete something here. I want to delete that, no, oh, stop it. I want to delete, I want to delete, I'm just getting annoyed, more so than usual. Delete, yes, I want to delete that and then put a line in here. This is not the best way to do this. I don't really plan this in advance. I just start doing things. And you might be like, well, that's not an L shape. Well, it's an L shape lying down. I'm trying to make this, but I'm looking at it from the other side, and then I want this thing sticking out. I know it's hard to visualize. When I was in the United States Air Force, or before I was in the United States Air Force, I had to take a test called the Air Force Officer Qualifying Test, AFOQT. Please join the military. What a great future you can have, especially as engineers. So on this test, they would give us pictures of airplanes in different positions, and then they would give us a picture of the instrument cluster on the inside the airplane. So I never flew an airplane and was never qualified to, but this was what was on the test. And so you would look at a plane in the sky and you would look at the instrument cluster with all of the information about that plane, and you would have to pick. There were like 4 different planes in different positions. There were 4 different instrument clusters, and you'd have to figure it out. So it was a lot of visualization based on information, and you'd have to visualize turning and twisting. And so that's what I'm asking you to do here is this L shape, which is spun around with a little thing sticking out of it. And so this is my interpretation of that so far. I'm going to hit a check mark here, and then I'm going to do some of that action, and I'm going to extrude. This on shape is pretty nice for a free piece of software. Okay, notice I extrude. I like to extrude away from it. Defaults towards. I don't like that. I like to extrude away from the front view, and I need this to be 0.75, I think. And so look, it's becoming sort of escape. Redo that or undo that. Dang it! I just deleted my extrusion. Okay, try it again. It defaults towards me. I want it to default away. I'm sure there's a way to change that setting, and I want it to be 0.75. Enter, check mark. Yeah, I forgot to do that. And then I need a new sketch on that surface. Let me look at it this way. And I want to make a rectangle. And you're probably thinking, oh, Mr. Bing, you already made a rectangle. Well, that's true, I did. However, that rectangle existed in a different sketch. This is sketch number 2. Sketches exist in different universes. And so don't think of this rectangle as being the same as that L shape there, the L shape that's lying down. And so if I check mark that and then extrude that, and this time I do want it to extrude forward. I don't know exactly how I can explain that, and I want it to be 0.75 inches, and I want to hit a check mark, and I want to say, hey, that looks kind of like the piece if you can visualize it. AFOQT, Air Force Officer Qualifying Test. Join the military. What a wonderful future they will provide for you if you choose it. They educate you, they pay you, they pay for your housing, they give you uniforms. It's really nice. So that yellow piece, you can't really see it there, but hopefully you can see this laid over L shape with a thing sticking out of it. And then here is my laid over L shape, my laid over with the thing sticking out of it. So I hope that makes sense. Look, that's a part. That's a part. I've done it. However, it needs to be yellow, and I don't remember how to do this. How do I do this? How do I make it yellow? I did this yesterday. What if I do this? Edit appearance. Oh my gosh. It needs to be yellow. Which yellow do I like? I don't like any of those yellows. I wish there was like a true bright highlighter yellow. How about that one? No, I don't like that. I think it should be more vibrant. That's so dull. That's orange. Is that orange? I'm going to go with that one. I'm very unhappy with that. That's not quite the yellow I was hoping for. But it needs to be yellow, so it corresponds with the color, the color code of all these things. I had a green part and a purple part and a red part. And so now there's the yellow. And I'm not done yet. I still have to do a multi-view and a dimensioned. So actually, I'm going to stop this recording and start another recording so I can have a part 1 and a part 2. And so let's stop. Whoops, stop.